Back with Bobby and JJ Radio. We were speaking everything digital marketing with Mr. Wes Bayerga. If you missed any of the interview, it was awesome. You go to bobbyandjjradio.com. Be a fan of the show on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. We're going to switch gears a little bit. And if you're a business owner, you're going to definitely want to stay tuned because we're speaking with the great Bradley Stroud, who has been in the PEO business since 1990, in the 1900s, since 1997. He was born and raised in a little town called Electra in North Texas, which is in Tornado Alley. He has 3 kids, 6 grandchildren. With the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, he has won Embajador of the Year 3 times in a row. This is an Anglo guy, by the way.
About as gringo as you can get.
Yeah, he's as gringo as you can get. And he's won
the LeBron James of the Embajador.
Yeah, he is. He's that's Ambassador of the Year 3 times and it's record breaking. It's awesome, and we want to thank you, Brad, for hanging out. I know we've been trying to get together for a while, and I'm glad that I finally got you on.
Well, to be honest, what happened is you guys just ran out of people. I've been begging to get on your show, and you just ran out of the list. It's okay, we'll finally let Bradley get on.
Total lie.
Is that how I got on here?
No, we did a stand and the guy canceled. Right. You're in the hallway.
Yeah.
Right.
So, Brad, tell us about StroudLink, your company.
Well, StroudLink is a brokerage firm for what they call PEO services, or professional employer organizations. We're almost 11 years into existence, and basically the whole purpose of this brokerage firm is to help business with all their labor costs and services. And
so when you say labor costs, how can you, like I'm a business owner, how do you help me with my labor costs?
Well, let me then explain what a PEO actually is.
Let's do it.
A PEO is a professional employer organization.
Sure.
Designed.
So you'll help me fire Bobby, is that what you're saying?
I'm saying, well, we could probably give you some advice on that.
Cool.
Counsel, we'll talk about that later.
All right, so.
But as a PEO, it's very uniquely designed. It's really kind of ingenious to help business owners. I think it's one of the best kept secrets that most business owners have never heard about.
Sure.
And basically what it's designed to do, it's designed as a co-employer relationship with a business owner of any kind of business. And basically what that means is as a co-employer, you're as the client, you're seen as the on-site employer. You still have all the controls. You still have full control and authority of your business. You do the hiring, firing, setting of wages. But there is also an element in this co-employer relationship called the employer of record. So You're the on-site employer as the client, but the PEO now is the employer of record. So what that means is you have all the controls as the business owner, but your employees are moved from your federal ID number onto the federal ID number of the PEO. Wow. So the PEO is now seen as the employer of record. So you've got an on-site employer and you've got an employer of record. So what that means to you as the business owner is you still got all the controls, but a lot of the liabilities and exposures have been just shifted over to the PEO.
Right.
Specifically in the areas of like payroll taxes, unemployment claims, workers' comp claims, things that a business owner really isn't skilled about and really doesn't want to deal with. That's what the PEO exactly.
So they would sue the owner of record. They would sue you.
Well, it depends on who they is exactly, but the liability stops with the PEO. For example, if it came to payroll taxes, the buck stops with the PEO. So if for some reason payroll taxes weren't paid, going to your question, Bobby, the IRS would no longer go after the client company, they'd go after the PEO, okay? That's what's important about this. Now that the PEO has taken on that client's responsibilities, their liabilities in those key areas, now the PEO wants to come back and give the client company all the support because it's in their best interest. So they have skin in the game.
Because you're like a business partner.
Yeah, exactly.
So even at a bigger level, you would say then, and in that sense, that you also, like when you're looking for just, insurance, we're bigger together, right?
Exactly.
So we have like insurance is probably cheaper when there's so many businesses that are a part of it, or any kind of business insurance at that level.
In the PEO world, it'd be specifically having to do with the labor side of the business. Sure. So specifically in the areas of like workers' comp.
Workers' comp.
Because what we're doing is, since we're bringing on your employees onto our federal ID number, we're bringing on hundreds and thousands of other businesses with their employees.
Right.
So we got this massive pool.
But the quote you get is going to be different than the quote I get with 6 people versus you with hundreds of thousands.
Absolutely.
And that's where
it's
you really start
hundreds
to-
of thousands.
Right.
I'm a broker. My firm is a brokerage for PEOs all across the country that are different sizes and shapes and specialties. So a small PEO would have 2, 3, 5,000 worksite employees. And then I've got other massive PEOs that have 200 to 300,000 worksite employees.
Right.
So we get ridiculous discounts like on workers' comp
Sure.
or on health insurance.
Right.
And that's vital to businesses today in order for them to survive.
Who needs a PEO?
Honestly, anyone that has employees. I've got clients ranging from law firms to oil companies to doctors' offices to air conditioning and heating, plumbers. I've got the whole gamut. So it's anyone that's really has employees. And what happens is most business owners, they understand their specialty.
Sure.
They understand if they're building construction, they understand how to build a house, but they don't understand the business side of their business.
Sure.
And so they trust an office manager to come in and they just hope they're doing everything.
We see some business owners that you're talking about almost partner up and give away half their company to someone that runs this side of the business where they don't have to. They can just partner up with you.
Right.
And then you just run that for them and you take it off their plate and then they continue to do what they're good at, which is either creating business or doing the business, working on it or in it.
And the beauty of it is most of the time, if they really look at what their internal costs are right now, it's going to save them money. It's not going to cost them money to use a PEO service.
Yeah.
It costs you the PEO.
Honestly, it's going to vary from every client.
Bob,
company.
you're not gonna get a quote right now.
Yeah, he's looking for a quote, but we'll work on it right afterwards.
Write it down.
Let's take it to lunch right afterwards.
Yeah, just slide it over.
Yeah.
Real quick takeaway. What's the difference between a PEO and a payroll company?
A huge difference. In a PEO service, as we talked about, this co-employer relationship, this shared responsibility. In a payroll service, they're just simply doing payroll. Your employees are still on your federal ID number. You still hold and maintain all the liabilities to those employees. The payroll company just simply knocks out your payroll, and sometimes they'll do your tax deduction or do your tax deposits. And some of them will offer HR support and things like that, but they don't have any real skin in the game.
Right.
Whereas in a PEO
they're not liable.
service, I'm sorry?
Because they don't have any liability.
Yeah, they don't have that co-employer relationship. There's no shared responsibility. So in a PEO relationship, we've got skin in the game. So it motivates us and behooves us to come in and give you all this support, HR support, safety and risk management support, employee handbooks,
OSHA
training, all OSHA stuff, all the certifications. We want to make sure your employees are safe and healthy and happy because it's going to come back to the PEO.
Got it. If anyone has a business, they need to contact Bradley Stroud. That's STROUD. That's Bradley Stroud, and you can check him out at StroudLink.com or call at 210-887-2148. Again, that's 210-887-2148. We're going to take a quick break, talk to Robbie Allen and Ask Mr. Credit. We'll be right back with Bobby and JJ Radio.